Morning, good morning. Big day for us today. We are starting our trip down to, where are we going, Bridge?
Marco Island.
We are on our way, yes, to Marco Island, but today is the beginning of our week-long journey, which will culminate at Key West.
Key West.
On our way to Key West. First time ever for us taking our boat to Key West. We've been down there on the Key West Express and all, but we're really excited. We're heading down there. It's a week-long trip. We're going to first go to Marco Island, hang out there, or the plan is, who knows how it'll work out, but the plan is to anchor over by the Gulf side at Marco Island by Coconut Island. Gonna stay there tonight. We have two other boats with us, and then tomorrow we're going to head over to Goodland in Marco Island at the backside to line us up for our trip over to Key West. So yes, we are on our way. It's going to be hopefully a wonderful ride. The weather today looks amazing.
Happy hours is the vessel plain to sea.
All right, our buddy is calling us on the radio, so let's give him a call. Plain to sea, happy hours.
Vessel plain to sea, 6-9.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. And we're all starting at the same time. It looks like we're all leaving Glover Bight. All right, our buddies are over there. We could see them heading out of the channel. On the other side, we're taking a shortcut here over to the slow speed zone. Cape Coral to Key West starts now. So the two boats that we have with us are Tony and Jane. On their boat, you've seen us do the generator change out, Tony and I, on a couple videos. So he's on his way. I don't know if he's going all the way to Key West, but he is coming to Marco with us. And then also we have Plain to Sea. That's Don and Bray on their Jeanneau 1095. So they're coming all the way to Key West with us for sure. Well, nothing's for sure, but that's the plan. We have been feverishly busy getting the boat ready. You see we have our dinghy up there on the bow. We're driving from down below because it's a little cool out. It's early in the morning, early for us. And we're fully provisioned. And the Admiral is hoping her shoulder holds out. She's still in a lot of pain, but she's a trooper. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're heading down Coconut Island today. The Krabby Lady on Sunday. You guys may know that place over in Goodland. That should be a fun time with some live music. And then Monday morning. And then on Monday we're heading down to Key West. We have a full tank of gas showing 209 gallons. We have two 106-gallon tanks or so. And I can't wait to get her up on plane because I want to test out our fuel burn on each of the engines. I've been burning a little more fuel on the port motor, and a lot of you have suggested that the oxygen sensor is usually the culprit for that. So what I did to test it out was to swap the two oxygen sensors on each motor. Super simple. It's like changing a spark plug, and switch them over just to see if the fuel burn follows. If we have higher fuel burn now on the starboard motor, then we know that was a bad oxygen sensor, and I'll reach out to the dealer and get a new one. So we don't have Matey with us. He's not coming for this trip, but there he is playing with his friend at the dog sitters. I'll put a better picture up. Bridget could send it to me on her phone. But yeah, we decided not to bring Matey this trip because it's just, we got a lot going on if we're gonna be going to Duval Street and all. So we don't like to leave him on the boat. We get a break from him this vacation. So we do have a following sea. Wait, oh, Bridget's got something.
And Tommy said we did a lot of prep. I must say, he did a lot of prep.
Oh, thank you.
Wanted to course
Yeah.
correct that.
I did a lot of prep. Washed the boat yesterday, got all the maintenance stuff done, loaded everything up. Bridget helped.
Packed my bag.
She packed her bag. But yeah, well, she's limited what she can do with that arm. But so we do have favorable conditions for a trip down from Cape Coral down to Marco. We sort of have like northeast winds or east winds, so we shouldn't have any swells from the Gulf. So it should be a nice, easy ride down there with the following sea, light winds coming out of the northeast or easterly directions. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully get some drone footage on the way and dodge whatever crab pots or whatever we're going to see on the way down there. Not too many here, but over to Key West, a lot. It is amazing how many boats are out today this early. We saw so many boats and kayakers in our canals. It is only 9 o'clock in the morning, but Easter weekend, everybody's off, vacations, enjoying the water. So we have our course plotted here from Cape Coral to Marco Island, right at the inlet there, Big Marco Pass, I believe it's called. And let's see, distance to destination, 42 miles. Should only take us about an hour and a half once we get up on plane, going the whole way there. But we will take our time. We're going to slow down a little bit in the middle to do that drone footage. And should be a nice ride down. All right, that's not good. We just got a phone call from Tony and Jane on their boat, and they're having some issues. They're getting an alarm going off. A water pressure sensor alarm is putting the engine in Guardian mode. So they're going to pull over, and he's going to pull the sensor on that to see if it's clogged up, because his motor's not overheating. So it's got water, but there's just a sensor issue. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed for him. We're going to take it easy for now, and hopefully he's getting it figured out. All right, update. We heard back.
Is up on 6-9 now, so
We heard from Tony. His issue has cleared. He's going to try. We're going to get up on plane and hope for the best. So, a lot of coordination here with all these boats.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get going here. I got to go up top. I can't see over the dinghy. There I am. We're cruising along at like 27, taking it easy. Our dinghy is not floating up. I got another line holding it down. But we really got a view obstructed here when we're up on plane, so I do have a view right here. But I don't want to do that too long. You know, I get a much better view when we're going over 30. Bow comes down a bit. So it looks like our fuel burn is still the same. Starboard motor is running about 14 gallons an hour and the port is about 17. So it wasn't the oxygen sensor. We are moving right along. So it's a little choppy out here. You can see some white caps. But not too bad considering we're going about 27 right now. Boat is very heavy. Full tank of gas, full water, about 1,000 pounds of provisions. So we're not getting the fuel economy we usually get. We're getting about 0.8 miles per gallon at 28. So not too far off. We usually get close to 1. The water is already looking amazing. Bridget has a perma smile on. All right, I've relocated to the fly bridge. Here we got new adventures. We're out here on the Gulf, plain to sea. the Cape Coral Flotilla. Oh, what did Don call it? I forgot what he called it. The Italian Flotilla, I think he said. All right, let's get going again. I had to come up here because I saw a crab trap, and you really can't see them when I'm down there with the dinghy on the bow. So no good, no good, no bueno. So here we go. Now it's a straight beeline right across to Marco. Well, I missed it, but we just saw a sea turtle just off the starboard bow here. But I slowed it down a bit. We're only going about 20 miles an hour now, 4,300 RPM. And we're burning more fuel at this speed because it's sort of just plowing through the waves, but it's a lot more comfortable. So we got about 0.7 miles per gallon compared to 0.8 at 30 miles an hour. And there goes Tony. He does better at higher speeds. Bigger boat, cuts right through the chop. All right, finally coming up on Big Marco Inlet, Big Marco Pass, whatever they call it. Capri Pass, actually. And I think we're going to take it slow going in the inlet and then find a way behind the sandbar, which is like over that way, Coconut Island. These guys ended up getting in front of me along the way. Got a little snotty and uncomfortable flying from the fly bridge. And it's Coconut Island. It's a little confusing around here with the markers, but we got marker 8 and 9 we're going between. And then we'll turn to starboard over here behind the sandbar. Plenty of water. I got over almost 20 feet right here. Already a lot of boats back here. Looks pretty neat. No wake zone. We're going to have a fun time here today. Still got way over 8 feet, goes up and down. Looks like we got some shallow right there. Got to watch out for Tony. He's the one with the deepest draft. Those guys getting close. Lots of boats anchored right up on the beach, way out there. So this sandbar wraps around this way. And down that way, you can walk across the beach, and the Gulf is on the other side. This amazing bridge, it says.
Look at it. So pretty.
We could take the dinghy. Yeah, but calmer. All right, a lot of boats come in, but we gotta try to maneuver a raft up here. And here comes Captain Tony and Jane. A little nerve-wracking. He's worried about his motor stalling out. A lot of wind back here. I hope we don't drag anything. All right, the three amigos are rafted up. What do we call it? The Italian Flotilla? What was it? Don called it something like that. I don't know. Bridget had shirts made up for the girls. Here we have the infamous Jane, Admiral Jane.
We'll do the shirts.
You do the shirts later.
Yeah.
All right, celebrating with a docking beer. Cribbing Castaways docking beer. Let's go look at the view up here. Before my battery goes dead. I was running avionics on the phone. It killed the battery. Well, here we are. Beautiful view. This is pretty neat. From the fly bridge, you get to see over the beach. Out to the Gulf. Look at that. Amazing. That is a cool cool view. Really nice. So we're just chillaxing now. It's gonna be fun when all these boats leave and we have it all to ourselves later on. Don's rooftop dinghy. So you got your new numbers on the dinghy.
How do you like that?
Looks good.
I made them.
Those are, you made them? They're not painted? Oh, cricket. Oh, wow. Oh, I had Bridget do that too. And they stuck on there okay, huh?
Yeah, oh, and that was when it was a gale force the other night. They were hanging up at the top.
Oh, really? You did a good job. They look good. Wow.
There's the tether.
Don and Bray bringing new water toys. Look at this bad boy. Nice.
For us, Bridget.
I know, I can't wait.
Yeah. So, port number 4 is the challenge for.
What the hell is this all about? Pouring. It wasn't supposed to rain today. We just said it's nice to have a cabin boat. We just wait it out, nice and dry. A lot of boats out here today. We're gonna do a little dinghy exploring once the weather settles down. And all the boats heading home. We weren't supposed to get weather like this. At 42, outrage, Boston Whaler. Nice. It was fun. We will definitely be back here. All right, we're enjoying our time here. Sun's coming and going, rain coming and going, but we got boats coming in and out. But check this out. I don't think that guy's going anywhere soon. Tide is going out. It's going to be interesting what happens with these boats that are hard aground. But we'll keep you updated.
569, so $6.
All right, tomorrow Ray will be putting her thong on.
Anyway, we're going home.
But for the time being, we have Tony in the onion ring. Not too bad. All right, sun's out, sort of.
Half gallon an hour, so
Nice
12
night.
hours, I'll burn 6 gallons.
A nice day. Lots of unique boats
Okay,
going
so-
by.
You all are from Pennsylvania?
Both of you?
All right, Don, hold down the fort.
Yeah. Come save us in that if anything happens. All right, Don, you're on your own. You got 3 boats. Figure it out. Drive the center boat.
Tony and Janie with the 12 horsepower hang tie 2-stroke.
We'll race ya. And hard.
Blow the
Let
doors
go.
off of us. Bumper boats.
Yeah, dinghy wars.
Dinghy wars. coming in hot.
Come on.
Oh, now we're anchored. We're anchored good now. We're gonna make sure it doesn't float away.
Or beds.
Smells fishy.
I don't like the smell.
There's some rain off there in the distance. You know what's amazing? Everybody here could only get here by boat.
Yeah.
All these people.
That is crazy, correct.
Boat access only. Swimming towards your bridge.
I'm glad you're so concerned. It worked for a second,
That's
and
it.
then we realized.
Tony's checking it out.
We did see a sea ray the other day.
Storm.
Don't worry. Right in for you.
All right, we're in. All right, we made it. Before the storm. Tide's going out in this big boat
Side to side.
trying to get out. We got all the girls pushing. Oh boy. Rev a little more. Here he goes. He's gone. She gone. You got it. Wow. Now he's got to pick everybody up again. And we're trying to get the sunset, but lots of clouds over there. Absolutely gorgeous night. All the boats left. We're just hanging out. Tomorrow morning, we head to Goodland. Crabby Lady, here we come. See you tomorrow, guys.